Hello everyone, Niev here, and I have something really exciting, and I'm sure by the title of the video you know what it is, but I just got this in. I just tore it open. I haven't even unwrapped it. This is the Mars Power Tarot. It just came in like moments ago. I ran out to the mailbox and got it, and here we go. So yeah, I actually didn't have this one planned for this month. I was going to get, what was I going to get for... It was, I was going to get the Tilted Tarot. I think it was the Ocean Tarot that I was going to get this month. But I really just, this deck has been on my radar for quite some time. And I just really, really, really wanted to get it. All right. So, and I also got a patch, as well. So here's the Mars Power. It's still in its wrapping. Before I open that, I want to show the patch, which is actually quite large, because I wanted to get a patch so that when I make a bag for this, I wanted to get a patch like from the site. So this is actually a huge patch. So it will be basically the entire front. And it looks like they sent me an extra patch, which is really, really cool. I'm really happy about that. Let's see what we got here. So we've got the Six of Cups here. What deck is this also? Is this from Mars Power? I'm not sure. And I have a card from the Jupiter Power, and it is the Eight of Cups. Awesome. So that's cool. And this is my free patch, possibly from the Mars Tarot, but we'll see. So Six of Cups, Eight of Cups, and then I have this, and I can't remember what this was, what card it was, but it is from the Mars Power Tarot. I definitely wanted to get one, a patch that matched this deck. So this is the one that I chose. All right, let me zoom in a little bit. I'm going to set this over here or something. It's out of view, but it's okay. All right, so here we go. I'm going to tear this open here. On the back here, it says, made with love, insomnia, and magic. That's pretty cool. And of course, the Mars Power Tarot and the other like Planet Power tarots are made by Six Sad Girls and by Charlie Quintero. Yeah, so here we go. And I love the name of the company, Six Sad Girls, because of course it's a play off of Six Sad World. From both Beavis and Butthead and Daria. I'm a little old, so there we go. All right, here is the book. It's titled Ruminations. I really like this. This art style just really speaks to me. It feels very, very empowering. It feels very feminine, like I don't know what word I'm looking for here. Ooh, look at the edging. I actually didn't realize it had the edging on it. Hold on, let me get some scissors so I can snip this. So, because I'm too afraid of hurting the cards here. Okay, snipped that edge there, and now I can kind of tear it open. Again, I'm a little nervous here. Just gonna grab these scissors very carefully. I really don't want to get the cards. I'm too nervous about getting the cards here. All right. See, this is a true unboxing here because I literally just got this in. Normally, when I get things in, even if they're subscription boxes and I do unboxings or whatever, I cannot wait until until the camera is on me, and I really just want to open my stuff. Man, this plastic is some tough plastic. There we go. Finally. Finally got it. All right. So there we go. Very nice. All right. I'm feeling the cardstock here. Let me get this plastic out of the way. All right. The cardstock, it's actually fairly thin. Thinner than I thought it was going to be. So super, super bendy. Yeah. So, I mean, typically I feel like this would be a little too thin for my taste, just quality wise, but for shuffling it should be much easier because of how thin it is. So I am actually pretty surprised by the thinness of this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just look through this deck here. So we got the Fool, really cool. Then the Magician. Oh, I love the backs too. I didn't show the backs here. the Magician. Let me try to get this in the camera here. And because of the edging, things are kind of sticking a little bit right here. But the more this gets used, the more, the looser it'll get there. The High Priestess, that one's pretty cool. I mean, wow. I would love to see what the little, I would say the little white book, but it's red. The little red book here says about it. Here is... oh, this is the Empress. Oh, the Empress. That's actually a little difficult to read. Yeah, I see that. Okay. And then we got the Emperor. I love this art. Whew. Things are sliding around here. Hierophant. The Lovers. I like that one. I think there was a Lovers patch for this one, but I kind of liked... I liked that one more. Then we have the Chariot. Strength. I like this Strength card. Ooh, gosh. Things are just moving around everywhere here. The Strength card here. The Hermit. Ooh, this is a cool... Oh, I like this. It's going to take me forever to go through and look at all these books here. Because there's actual titles on here. Like, there's Discworld right there. And... wow. That's really cool. Wheel of Fortune. This is a cool Wheel of Fortune card. It almost feels like the Hangman. Just because the character here is upside down. Fascinating. And it's got all of the cards here at the head. Interesting. Justice. Okay. Here's the Hangman. That's interesting. Okay. Oops, sorry. And then Death. This is a cool Death card. Death. Temperance. The Devil. Wow, look at that. That is... I love the chaos of this deck. Here's the Tower. That's interesting. Huh. The Star. I like how the writing on each card is different too. It's almost like it's sort of mixed and match. Here's the Moon and the Sun. This one's cool. I like that. This feels very kind of 90s to me, this one. Judgment. Oh, I hear the school bus. Some of my kids might be home. The World. And here we go on the minors. All right, so we're starting off with kings. With the King of Wands, King, Queen. I like that. I like her. Knight. So the Queen of Wands is actually my significator card. So, yeah. So this card would represent me at a reading. So, which makes sense. And I love the pencils in her hair. Yeah. I mean, this is very artsy. Yeah, that's me. Sorry about that noise. That's my dog going in and out of her dog door. Knight of Wands. Page of Wands. Interesting. Huh. 10. 9. 8. 7. Yeah, I can hear some of my kids just walk through the door. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Here's the... I thought it was the Two of Wands. Yeah, this is the Two of Wands. So that's really cool. And then finally Ace. Ooh, I like this. I really like this Ace of Wands. That's really cool. So one of the things that just kind of drew me to this deck is the chaos of it, the coloring. It's very red, obviously. Mars power, that makes sense. King of Pentacles. You know, I didn't think of this purpose for this deck until after I had actually already bought it and before it came in. But I was wondering if maybe I could use this for when I'm on my period, you know, when I'm on my menstrual cycle. And because I've been looking for a deck to use while I'm on my cycle. All right, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and of course 8 of Pentacles is my favorite card. Let's see how this one looks here. Interesting. It's like she's got multiple it's almost like a 10 of a 10 of wands or a 2 of pentacles sort of energy, where there's a lot of things that's being juggled. That's kind of the energy this is giving me. So not exactly a creative thing, but like, I don't know, the focus is there. There's a lot of different things there this person is focusing on, and somehow they're able to just be in their own world. And that's kind of how I see the 8 of Pentacles, is a sort of being lost in your craft, or being very hyper focused, or yeah, in the zone is kind of what I think of the 8 of Pentacles as being. So then 7 of Pentacles, this is a cool card. I really like this one. 6 of Pentacles. Nice. 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. There's so much to read into with these with this imagery. Because a lot of the collage style decks I tend to not be a big fan of. And a lot of times they do feel very chaotic. So there's a sense of me, there's a sense of me not being really into a lot of chaos, but I think it's a different type. Like, this is a different type of chaos to me. And it's not collage, it's all drawn and stuff. And I guess maybe in a way it's sort of collagey, but because maybe, different elements were drawn and then they were collaged together, perhaps. But maybe not. Maybe it was just all one piece. And yeah. Oh, we're in the cups now. That was the king. This is the queen. I really like this Queen of Cups. Wow, that's beautiful. That's like a tattoo. But yeah, I don't know. This style is it makes me think of, when I said Six Sad Girls is kind of a reference to that Beavis and Butthead, Daria time, and, the Six Sad World. This does make me think of that time, like that early 90s sort of badass female power sort of, or kind of grungy, because I have the grunge tarot, and I feel like that would actually go well with this. In fact, after I'm done doing this, I'm going to grab a few decks and see if we can do some pairing. I don't know how many of my oracle decks would really match with this, but maybe some of my other tarot decks would. And I know of at least one Lenormand deck that I think would look good with this. But yeah, it's the amount of chaos in this deck really leaves a lot to read into. I feel like this is the kind of deck that I would find something new every time I look at it and be like, oh, or, in the different ways that to interpret the meanings of the cards based on this imagery. But yeah, I was thinking that I might use this as my period deck, my menstrual deck. There is a very strong female power to this. This is a king now. We're in swords. Queen of Swords. Now, astrologically, the Queen of Swords would be my significator card, because I'm a Libra, it's the air sign, so Queen of Swords. And I do see this representing me a bit, just this particular imagery. However, I still think that that Queen of Wands is more who I am, I think. Anyway, all right, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords. Yes, the edges are really sticking a bit. 10 of Swords. Oh, 9 of Swords. Wow, that's interesting. Ooh, look at this 8 of Swords. Wow. I like that. 7 of Swords. Wow. This sword suit, I'm really liking. 6 of Swords. And this is a very, angry feeling deck, too. So I kind of like that. If I want to get my female rage out, I feel like I would pull this deck out. That was the 4, 3. Interesting. And all right, there is some I could read into this. Yeah. 2 of Swords. And finally, Ace of Swords. I really like the aces in this deck. So I'm going to, now that I've looked through all of these, I'm going to shuffle this a little bit. See how this shuffles. It's going to be clumpy at first because of this edging. But once the edging starts to loosen up, I actually think this is going to be a clean shuffle because of how thin these and bendy these cards are. So, and it's still good quality, but they are kind of thin though. Let's see. Oh, that's actually really good. Woo, jeez, slippy. They just flew everywhere. All right, everything stayed on the desk, but wow, that just flew everywhere. All right, so I gathered that all up, but some of these might be upside down. I'm not sure. Let's try that again. Now that I know how slippy these are going to be, because they are glossy. Much better. I had a little bit more control of that. And one more shuffle. And then I'm going to grab some other decks to pair this with. All right, there. Much better. There we go. All right, let me grab some decks. Well, before I grab some decks, I just wanted to look up to make sure that this extra patch that they gave me was actually from this deck. And it is. It is this card. So we've got the 6 of Cups, and this matches it. So that's pretty cool. I'm really glad I have 2 patches from this. So which one do I want to use on my bag? I mean, I could use both of them, but like, I don't think I like that. Because if I used both of them, then this would be the back and this would be the front. You know, that's because it's smaller. I would like that as the front, but then I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about that for a while because I do really like this and I like that it's from this deck, but I think I had really set my mind on this one as for the bag cover. All right, so anyway, let me grab some of these some extra decks here. Okay, so first up I have the Gulliver Lenormand here because this was the only Lenormand deck I could think of that I have that might actually look really cool with this. So I'm going to lay out some of these cards in a way that makes sense here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, already this looks really fucking cool. All right, I'm just moving these over like a little bit more so we can see. I mean, look at this. This is a really cool image, this 2 of Wands. I'm really glad I picked that patch. The 2 of Wands plus this Knight of Pentacles here, which almost feels like a High Priestess energy. But, and then looking at this ring, dog, and key here, I mean, wow. Yeah, this is a cool this combination works, and it's because this is one black, white, and red, and it's simplistic. This simplistic artwork with all this busyness from the Mars Power here. Oops, I bumped the camera. Sorry. Just making sure I'm not putting these upside down. Yeah. Oh wow, look at that. And let me pull in the next thing here. So the Tower and the 3 of Pentacles with lily, garden, and fish in the middle. Wow. Huh. So it's almost like what's happening here is out with the old and in with the new, because lily does represent kind of that old something vintage or old that is one you know, reading of the lily here, and then kind of a community coming together. I would read both of these cards as that, as a team to sort of rebuild. That's interesting. All right, one more with this, because I did grab quite a few cards, quite a few decks. All right, so we have the 2 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles. Wow, with snake, star, and cross. Oh, wow. I would say that a certain relationship has become a burden at this point. Yeah, and it's fine. Or if we're thinking about it as like a nefarious kind of relationship, like, you know, because snake often represents that sort of issue, and it's like juggling two relationships. That's another interpretation. All right, so I'm gonna put this away, and I'm gonna grab one of the next decks. Okay, so I grabbed one of my Japanese decks, and this is the Dragon God cards, and yeah, and I picked this because one, it's got a lot of that red energy, and it's like solid block colors that might look good with this deck, and it's not as busy, so we can kind of connect some of the colors here. So I thought that might be cool. Let me zoom in a bit. Here we go. All right, so the star and the Ace of Pentacles with Chihiro in the middle. Interesting. It's like Earth Dragon. So, very interesting, especially with the Earth, like kind of bringing down that starry vision or that hope, that dream, and bringing it down to reality. With the Earth Dragon here in the middle. Oh yeah, I like that. So these colors are pretty cool because, you know, this is somewhat busy, but it's not as busy as this. And I feel like I could use this, the energy that's in here and the colors and connect them to this. So I actually really like this combination quite a bit. I'm just going to pull a couple more here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is working for me. And one more. Let's see. I really like that hermit. This is a really cool hermit. I like that a lot. With the Four of Cups here, and a gold dragon or something. Oh no, yellow dragon. Yellow dragon here in the middle here. Yellow dragon. So cool. All right, so I'm going to grab another deck because actually I grabbed another one of my Japanese decks just as a maybe kind of card deck. All right. Okay, next up I have the Bushido Oracle here, which is a Japanese deck. And here's the backs. The backs look like they've been matched pretty well. I didn't grab my Shinwa Oracle because I just feel like it's not quite... I feel like this one would match more, I think, versus the Shinwa. And one thing that this might add to it, because this deck is a bit more masculine to me, so there might be a bit of a balancing of energies in my mind here. So interesting. And obviously I think I would have to use the guidebook. So I mean, I'm just going to look at the aesthetics for right now. Interesting. I can read some of this a little bit. Yeah. Oh, you know, I didn't notice this before, but this deck kind of has a slight rose petal to it. Huh. So this is okay. I liked the Dragon God deck more. But I feel like this could bring a sort of balancing of energies here. It doesn't quite match, but I don't hate it. I don't hate this combination. It's okay. All right, let me do the next deck. So I grabbed one of the, oh my gosh, the name of it just escaped my mind. This is the deck of emblems, the Citadel deck, the Citadel and the deck of emblems. So I could have grabbed either one of these. In fact, one thing I could do in a future thing is I could have this as one pile and have the deck of emblems on one side and the Citadel on the other, or vice versa, whatever. But I don't want to, you know, both the deck of emblems and the Citadel deck look very, very similar. So I'm just going to stick with one of these for right now for the purposes of this video. But in the future, I might want to use both decks. Now, I picked this one because of the coloring. It's black, white, red, black, white, and red with some gold or copper accents. So, and it's pretty simple, which, you know, I've been trying to find stuff that's a little bit more simple, because the Mars power is so incredibly busy. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that. So the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands with the locket in the middle. So this is commitment, loved ones, partnerships. So these are the two partnerships going on here. It could be best friends. It could be partners working together for something, so a business partnership. Yeah. I mean, this is pretty cool. I actually still think I like the Dragon God the most as far as the Oracle decks go. Um, I don't know. There was something about the energy of that one that just seemed to fit with the Mars power. Stairs between the Three of Wands, that makes sense, and the Knight of Wands. So really some action or movement. It says hierarchy is one of the keywords, but I would say movement is the primary interpretation I would use for this. So this works. This reading here works. I like that. And one more. Let's see. We have the Devil and the Seven of Pentacles with torch. So like a hope, sight, clarity in the middle. So, So stepping back to get kind of a better look of this, because sometimes when we're in the thick of something, we don't see the big picture. We don't see what's binding us there and what's holding us back there. So the torch here is really illuminating this advice of the Seven of Pentacles to step back and see what's holding you back here, what's holding us to this position, and how we can break free from that and see things more clearly. So that's how I would read that. So that's pretty cool. All right. So the other thing I have here is I have a couple of tarot decks that I just want to see next to this. All right. So I'm going to pull some of those out. All right. I think what I'm going to do is just one in one. So one of the Mars Power, and this is my Morgan Greer. And I picked this one for the same reason that I picked the Bushido Oracle, because this is a very masculine deck for me, in my mind. So I feel like this could be a good, you know, kind of, except for the fact that this is a mini, but you know, that's okay. That this might be a good like pairing, just comparing the two. And also the art on this is so bold. There's bold colors, and bold colors are a favorite of mine with tarot decks. So it's very primary, a lot of primary colors, and I don't know. Ooh, look at this Tower card with next to the Six of Pentacles, and this almost mimics that tower. Huh. So I feel like this would be saying, you know, giving too much of yourself could cause a breakdown. Yeah, that might be one way that I read that. But yeah, I mean, the Morgan Greer is for me, a very masculine deck. And these two look very, this energy goes together very well here. So it might be a good complementary deck here. The Four of Pentacles with the Moon. Hierophant with the 10 of Pentacles. That's like a definite family structure energy there. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. So I've got that. So let me try another deck real quick. I have two more tarot decks that I just want to see next to this. So I did want to see my Grunge Tarot next to this, just because I feel like the Mars Power in general sort of gives me that early 90s feel. And this obviously is the Grunge Tarot, and it's got like the backs too are, I kind of like the backs together, even though I don't like the backs on, I actually don't like the backs of this, but I don't know. Let's see. All right. And I do plan on trimming this deck at some point. Let me put these under here. Here we go. So they're a little more even here. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles with the King of Swords. I do like the imagery together. Oh, Death and the Lovers. Wow. I do like the imagery together. The artwork, I mean. And this is a lot more simplistic. You know, they both have, like, it's not limited colors because there's a lot of colors in both. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking of here, but there's something that, some style that this has, that this also has, if that makes sense. And I can't quite explain it, but they do feel like they go together. But I feel like they would go a lot better once I trim this deck, because I really do not, this deck, I don't like the cardstock, and I don't like the size. I definitely want to trim this. It's just I don't have the correct materials to trim this well. And I want to wait until I have like a guillotine thing and a ruler and all that. So, well, I have rulers, but you know what I mean. All right, yeah, I do like this. Oh, look at the, I really like this Two of Wands with that Seven of Wands. Interesting. All right, so I have one more deck to show. All right, I did like this. The colors aren't quite right, but I feel like both of these decks have, there's something about the artwork that is similar between the two. All right, and the last deck I kind of wanted to see next to this is the Pulp Tarot. And a lot of this is the coloring, for sure. Now again, and this was actually kind of a coincidence, this is another deck that gives me sort of a masculine vibe. And it's I don't know, but there is something, this deck also gives me a really strong sexual vibe too. It's a deck that I might use for sexual readings or, you know, something like that. But I almost feel like there's, I don't know, like these are two sides of a coin. And I'm not sure if that makes sense, but I do think they go well together. This actually goes well together. And I think this one might even, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles here. I don't know. I'm not getting my words out correctly here. But there's something about this deck that does contrast with this one. Like there's a similar feel. They both have that sort of raw sexual vibe to me. But this one feels a bit more, dare I say, like the patriarchy. This one feels a bit more like the patriarchy, whereas this one feels like that radical feminist sort of vibe. And I'm not sure if I'm really saying my words correctly here. But yeah, there's something about that is definitely matching up here for me. Like it's too, I would say two sides of a coin, but that was kind of what I was saying about the last one. But I don't know, there's something about this that works for me here, because I feel like these are two, they both have a sexual feel to me. But one feels more oppressive and one feels more radical. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if that makes sense at all, but there's something about this that does make sense. This combination of these cards here. Yeah, so I'm going to do just a couple more. And then we go. We'll call it a day. Ooh, look, here we go. The Magician. I'm going to see if there's Magician with the Queen of Pentacles there. Fascinating. Yeah. All right. Okay, so the winners for me. So obviously for the Lenormand, the winner was the Gulliver Lenormand because it was the only one. The Oracles. So while the Deck of Emblems / the Citadel deck I did like a lot, I think my favorite was definitely the Dragon God Tarot. Oracle. So yeah, that one definitely won that one for me. And for the Tarot deck, to be honest, it was kind of a close tie between these two. I really liked the contrast of the Pulp Tarot with this because of the energies that it gave me. Whereas this one felt like a more balanced, sort of masculine vibe. Yeah, I mean, so I kind of liked, like this one didn't, it didn't elicit strong feelings in me, whereas this one definitely did. So, I mean, it's I guess it would depend on my purpose, but I really liked both of these with this deck. All right, so there we go. I'm going to move these out of the way, and here we go. Here is the Mars Power Tarot. I'm going to do this whole thing and I'll put this right here in the middle. All right, so thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.